What is Tapscan? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Tapscan's basically a card frame. We 3D print card frames, and what I did was when we started ripping UFC, my son always asked like, "Hey, who's that? Like, does he have good fights? What kind of fighter was he?" And what's the first thing you do is you go on YouTube and you end up pulling up a clip or a good highlight and you show him. And I kind of had the idea while I was making some keychains for my barber. I was putting some NFC tags in some keychains so that he could give them out to customers and they could just tap to make an appointment. And it just kind of clicked together like, well, why couldn't I just have it pull up the highlight?
Right.
Hey, who is Alex Pereira? And then you just show them the most recent knockout or whatever that is. And so that's kind of what it came to be. And I've had some design changes, and then we went to fully modular. Um, and then I decided that when I had them on the wall, the biggest problem I had was I like mags for a lot of my stuff,
Yep.
but I also have a lot of top loaders. What happens when you try to put them on the wall together? They're never the same size. They don't line up. They're different heights, lengths, widths. So I ended up making them fit so you can have top loaders, mags, or slabs.
All right. So you mentioned a couple of different things there, and it made me think of one, your badass website, dude. Great job on designing it. I know you're kind of learning on the fly
Thank
with
you.
all of this, but I think
Very much so.
but I think it turned out really good. And you actually have like different products that people can get, and they're basically three different things, right? You have the mag that you were talking about. You have
Right.
the top loader, which is pretty sick. And you actually sent me some of these. I was kind of checking them out. They're really cool. And you also have the PSA graded slab. And you
Right.
also have three different like finishes for these products.
That's
Okay,
our
man.
carbon. We've got the geometric, and then we've got a flat black, which I don't think I have anything on here, but it's literally just like a picture frame, which I've sold a lot less of the regular flat black over the geometric and carbon. People seem to really like the designs.
Right. Yeah, I think my favorite is for like clean aesthetic, I think I really like the carbon, but if I want some pop, I like that geometric one. That one's really nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also, you're doing all this like by yourself, and I want to
Oops, sorry.
we'll screen share on the Instagram here and kind of show the setup. So do you want to talk us through like what all you're doing, where you're doing it, and kind of how you're manufacturing these things?
Yeah, so basically it started off as we just didn't have a really good way to display our cards and our PCs. My son has a nice sugar collection going. My wife has the Diego collection, and we don't have a lot of bookshelves or shelf space to like put them in normal stands. So we started looking at what kind of like wall mounts do we have? Not much out there. The things that were out there were just like those kind of the grid ones where they come in like it's like a skeleton frame and the
Right.
card just sits in there and it looks like you stuck the card on the wall with a piece of tape. Um, and then I found some 3D printed stuff on some websites and I was like, well, they're pretty cool. So I ended up ordering a 3D printer just for our personal stuff. And then as I was printing, had that idea and said, wait a minute, this has to be a thing out there, and it wasn't. And I'm a huge UFC fan, and I think, like you said, I think the this sport specifically, it makes it very easy to kind of personalize. Well, what's your favorite highlight for this fighter?
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up this video, and you can kind of talk us through the process and all that. But this, I mean, this is the magic, right? This is the magic of this product that you're able to scan, and then it kind of just pulls up whatever link you want. It's so cool, and there's so many different options. So, what are some different options that you have?
So basically, you can do anything with a URL. So like there, I just found Sugar's UFC profile for his fighter profile. We linked that. You can put social media. I've had some people ask if we can do their TikTok pages, their YouTube pages. You can. I haven't played with it yet, but I believe if you go on UFC, if you have Fight Pass, I think you can actually take the URL on the desktop version and you'd be able to link it if for to a whole specific fight if it's on Fight Pass.
That's
I
crazy,
haven't
man.
tried it yet, but you should be able to do it. Basically, anything with a URL that'll link. The plan is to build out an app where we either partner with the UFC, NFL, whoever, and we have some kind of interface that either you can go to most recent highlight or like more updated stats or something like that. Um, Down in the very, very far future, potentially like an AR, like an
Oh
augmented
wow.
reality, that card that you scan, if we work with
Uh,
Tops, something like that, where your one of one also has a custom message from that fighter to go along with it for pulling that card, which I actually, that was my proof of concept video. I don't know
yeah.
if you've seen that one,
No,
the
I
Chael
haven't.
Sonnen.
No, I
Oh,
haven't. But
perfect.
that's pretty sick.
Well, here, let's do this. All right. Here's what the original idea always was.
First off, congratulations. Drawing the greatest and most sought after card in the history of collections. Mine. But the bad guy doesn't belong in a box or in a binder. You're going to want to put that card somewhere that people can see, like a monument, like a statue, like the Mona Lisa. Share it with the world. And congratulations on having the likeness of Chael Sonnen anytime you wish to look.
Oh my
So,
goodness, dude. What the bad guy, dude. What a great promo from Chael. And how cool is that? People, viewers at home, people watching. How cool is that to be able to bring your buddy over, right? Scan that. Wait, also, question before we do that. This technology, I have my buddy come over, right? I want to show this off. I'm going to say I'm
he
not going to
doesn't
say
need
anything.
anything special.
I'm going to say,
Doesn't
"Hey,
need
get
anything
your
special.
phone and put your phone right here." He's gonna
Yep.
do that, and then I can program whatever I want. I want to flex how much this card's worth. Card
Yep.
ladder. I want to show.
Or
I did a highlight with Leon Edwards. I did like a head kick, the Usman highlight, one of my favorite finishes and fights of all time. Earlier I was playing with it. I had that on my Leon card. You can. There's so many cool options, man, and this really just takes your collection and you can personalize it so much more. I really just love the idea of this.
so for Weston Wilson, he's actually on the hunt for his one of one for his rookie card. I met up with him a few weeks ago. And what he wants to do is he's actually got a video of him signing that one of one,
Yeah,
that it was his first signature. So when
so
he
cool.
finds it, he wants to put it in a frame. And I gave him a couple other ones for his other rainbow. But yeah, so even if you have video of you ripping the pack and you like that
Yep.
Chael card, we unfortunately didn't rip that one on camera. But that would have been something that I would have put, and I could do an edit of not only just the pack rip and like the pure excitement of that moment, and then followed up with a message from the athlete. It's just really cool, and you can do a lot of unique things with the custom. I call it more the collectible side of the frames. With UFC collectibles, something like that, you could do these. They're perfect for Tops Now cards.
Yep.
That's kind of instantly where my mind jumped when I came up with the idea. And I've actually got a few over here already programmed up ready for you if you want
Yep.
to kind of see
Let's
what,
do
what
it.
I do with those. So the Tops Now, obviously, the biggest part of what I made Tapscan for was kind of the history, right? Like what does this card mean? Where did it come from? Why is it even important to you, right? And for UFC, it's always what's in that card. Usually the fight cards are, instead of like the still, like the portraits, like these ones. The fight cards are way more, I think, historic because they actually happened in the octagon.
Yeah.
So something like Tops Now, where it's capturing a historic moment usually, or something very important for that athlete, just makes it super cool. So with Max's, this fight, obviously the Dustin Max 3, we pull up some highlights, but you can take it and then Dustin, same top now, same event,
Oh wow.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. This
Now
is a
that's a
powerful
huge
one.
moment,
Yep.
right?
Powerful.
So there was a lot of different clips, and I didn't have time. So what I do is I like to kind of edit my own customs, and there's a few of them on the Tapscan YouTube if you go and watch them that I've
Yeah,
done
that
for some customers.
yeah, that's where my mind went too, is that I can actually, I mean, in this kind of niche, right? Like not everybody is a video creator, but like I could program
Right.
a specific whatever I want. I could create that and then put
Yep.
that in a URL and then have that right there. So it's really an interesting concept. And you can do it for athletes and stuff, but you can also do it for other things, which we're going to talk about here in a second.
So here, I'll do this one real quick, and then with custom cards, it's a big thing. So this is obviously Dustin's last walkout.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
But the cool thing with custom cards, right, is it can be anything. So I've got a customer who has a set of horror cards. He's got Chucky, Jason, Freddy Krueger. He's got a whole set of 8. So what I did was I made some custom horror videos that go along with it. So
Yeah.
he can tap them and it'll have a custom video rather than just pulling up a scene from the movie. It has an actual custom edit to it. And we'll switch over to this. So this is actually my gift to my wife. It's a custom card and it's in a tap scan frame.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And when you scan this one, actually, I think this one's on the top,
Oh,
goes to a
wow.
custom video that I edited up.
Yeah. Dude, I need to do that. That's actually great. My wife would love something like this.
And you can put clips, you can put a personal message to her, you can do whatever you want. And I mean, there's a pretty cool thing. So this was, you'll get to see some cool custom cards from a guy, LTX Customs. Shout him out because these were the first custom cards that I ever got, and they are my favorite. So this is my son. He wrestles, and we met Chris Weidman. He's in South Carolina. He goes to a lot of the wrestling tournaments, and we had him take a picture and make a custom card. And we've got a nice spot for Chris's signature when we see him next. But these are really cool for younger athletes or youth athletes because parents love to get pictures and custom
Right.
cards and different things. Well, now you can take that. I gotta remember where this one was because this is an old design. And if not, we can just link it real quick. There it is.
You gonna send them to Dagestan for 2 to 3 years or
2 or 3 years and forget. The wife won't let me. We've
You've
talked about
already
it.
already discussed it, huh? Yeah, so like there's the possibilities are endless. I really like the
Right.
one that you did with your wife because that would be a fun little thing to mess around with for me
Yeah.
personally. So that's pretty sick. As far as where people can order these, are these out to buy right now? It sounds like you're doing a lot of
Yeah.
just in-person sales at card shows through Facebook, things like that. Your your website looks like it's ready to go. People can go there and order now. How does
Yep.
that
It
what does that
is.
look like?
So I just finished up the final touches yesterday. Shopify, it goes to Shopify. So I've got the full website through Shopify, and you can place orders. I've got some bundles in there, and I think I've got a 2, a 4, and then I've got buy 6, get 2 free, or buy 10, get 4 free. So depending on how
Okay.
big your displays are, how big of a kind of wall space you want to cover, we've got some different bundle options. So save you some money on those. And then we've, like you said, we've got the black, geometric, and carbon fiber right now. I do plan on going to different colors. The problem I've kind of run into is unless you're buying for a very specific card, it's very hard to kind of match up a color that works with all cards.
Yeah. Because
Especially
the
like
because
some of
the
the
color of the
refractives
the
and
shade of red could be slightly different, so it might be
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
But we did have like a one of my clients that does a lot of the custom stuff. So he actually got this one made for a Hulk Hogan card. So it's like a really good red that matched, and it's got like a geometric pattern on it.
Okay.
But so like if you do have custom stuff, DM us on Facebook is probably, or Instagram is the easiest way to do custom orders if you have some stuff. But as far as like our normal top loaders, I've got relics that I have to add to the website. I had to adjust the top loader depth so they could fit the relic top loaders. Those should be up within probably the next week or so. Working on Beckett because I've had a lot of requests for Beckett slabs. Probably hit them all: CGC,
Yep.
SCG, well, all the CGs at this point. And then The only other request I think I've had that I don't have something for is the 130 point mags, which are also a little bit thicker. So we'll hit them all. But if you guys have something specific that's not on our website, just Instagram, Facebook, DM us, and we'll get some stuff done.